So for this problem, we're supposed to write the equation for a line that is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 4x minus 10 and goes through the point 8, 15. We will use our y equals mx plus b form. And once again, we'll start by finding and filling in the slope, or the m. So you need to remember that perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to form right angles. And perpendicular lines have a pretty unique relationship when it comes to their slopes. So if you have two perpendicular lines, they have opposite and reciprocal slopes. Again, perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. And let me remind you about what those words mean. When we talk about opposites, those are numbers that just have different signs. So as an example, 3 and negative 3 would be opposites, or negative 6.3 and positive 6.3 would be opposites. So really, to change a number to its opposite, all you have to do is change the sign. Again, to change a number to its opposite, you just have to change the sign from negative to positive or from positive to negative. But the slopes of perpendicular lines, they're not just opposites, they're opposites and reciprocals. Now, to change a number to its reciprocal, all you have to do is take the number written in fraction form and just flip the fraction. So again, to change a number to its reciprocal, you just have to flip the fraction, and that just means taking what's on top of the fraction and putting it on the bottom, and taking what's on the bottom of the fraction and putting it on the top. So let's apply this to this problem that we're working on here. So again, we're writing the equation for a line that's perpendicular to this given line of y equals negative 4x minus 10. So if we take that given line has a slope, or an m, of negative 4. And for us to figure out the slope of our line, which is perpendicular to this line with a slope of negative 4, we have to take that slope and change it to be the opposite reciprocal slope. So again, opposite means change the sign. We can see here that this slope is negative, so we know that the slope of our line that we're writing an equation for is going to have positive slope. So when I record my slope, I won't put a negative sign. And then, in order to write the equation for the perpendicular slope, I also need to flip the fraction. Now, right now, the slope of the given line doesn't look like a fraction, but that's really easy for us to fix. We can take this number, negative 4, and we can put it over 1. So anytime you have a slope that doesn't already look like a fraction, you can put that number over 1, and now we do have a fraction. So now, to finish writing our perpendicular slope, we now need to flip this fraction, and so we'll interchange the numerator and the denominator, and the slope of our line is going to be positive 1/4. So again, I took this original slope of negative 4, I knew that my slope would be positive, and then I flipped around the numbers from the numerator and the denominator to arrive at a slope of positive 1/4. And now that slope can go right into our y equals mx plus b form. So y equals 1/4 x plus b. And now we just need to find the b. So again, it feels like we do this a lot. That now we're going to use our coordinate pair of 8, 15. We'll put 15 in place of y, rewrite the slope, put 8 in place of x, plus b, and all we need to do is a little quick multiplication and then a little quick solving. So I'll rewrite 15 equals, and 1/4 times 8, that's the same thing as 1/4 of 8. You could use your calculator to do this if you're stuck, but for this one it's not too bad. 1/4 of 8 is just 2. So we'll write 2 plus b, and now we just need to solve for b. We can solve for b by subtracting 2 on both sides, And then we're left with 13 equals b. So now we can write our equation. We have our slope of positive 1/4, our y-intercept of positive 13. So we can write our equation y equals 1/4 x plus 13.